Hey, good afternoon. Aloha, my name's Douglas Spencer, and depending on where you're watching this, it could be morning, but my name's Douglas Spencer. I currently live on Oahu, and I teach kindergarten at Aina Haina Elementary. It's located in Honolulu. It is an IB school. I've been teaching there for just this year, and I love it, and it's awesome. My proposal that I am going to produce or introduce is 3D printing in the classroom and why I feel that 3D printing is crucial to any type of teacher's curriculum. So 3D printing's been around since about the mid 80s. At that time, just basically NASA and other companies were using it. It wasn't really available to the household just because of the overall cost, and it was still a new concept. Right around 2010, 3D printing started to become more available for schools, smaller businesses, and now even households. It's a process where an individual, in this case we'll say student, designs something that they're thinking about that they want to create from their imagination. They use a tablet or they use a laptop or computer with a certain program, and they design this imagination, that this item that they want to create. And what they do is, after planning it and designing it, they move into the actual creation, which is what the 3D printer does. After that, the student gets the opportunity to basically hold something that they thought of in their imagination. And it could be anything. 3D printers are very precise, and they're able to create different shapes, and there's pretty much nothing that they can't do. So again, why a 3D printer? If you take 2 minutes and at the end of this, come back and watch this video of why a 3D printer in the classroom. This gentleman, awesome teacher, he uses it and the students love it. Here I mentioned the word STEAM. You may be familiar with STEM. I love both of them, but I also love art, and that's why I'm going to say STEAM. So when I mention STEAM, I'm talking about science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So a 3D printer could be used for various different things. It helps students develop a passion for STEAM. These days, students are learning hands-on in the classroom, and I feel like teachers are really trying to find that link in between different subjects, for instance, science and math, or art and language arts. Well, 3D printers is there to help with that link. Students really need that experience as far as engaging and hands-on, and clearly it's exciting because they get to see something from their imagination come to life. Here I got 7 different things talking about being an inventor, and any student with a 3D printer has the opportunity to be an inventor. And I think that's something that as an educator, we should push for. Again, bringing art back, bringing science with the new science standards coming out. Also, we live in a digital world. And when I went to school, it was very teacher driven, out of a book. These days, I am using YouTube. I am using, different programs, and I'm mixing digital with hands-on in my classroom. Even at the kindergarten level, 5 years old, they're able to use an iPad just as good as me. And that's just the way society is, and that's just the direction we're heading. So if we want to set our students up for success, then we need to be able to also be educated on things. I also put on there building school camaraderie. I think it would be awesome, say among the 4 kindergarten classes we have at Aina Haina, to have a little competition and a little STEM or STEAM competition, and see what the students could really come up with, solving real world problems. You'd be amazed that a 5 or 6-year-old could come up with something that solves a real world problem. And I think that is what's exciting for the students and also the teachers. The benefits, we again create excitement, introducing STEAM into the curriculum, and it accesses materials for both the student and the teacher that we haven't been able to use before. Teachers can actually design certain things for math or certain things for science that they can't go and buy on Amazon or another store. They could just think about it, design it. That way it's very specific to what they need. And it just opens up new possibilities for learning for both the teacher and the student. And it also promotes problem solving skills because, you can introduce problems. It could be real world. It could be something as small as in the classroom, and have your students try to design something to solve that problem. An example of some of the lessons I was talking about or thinking about was creating, say, a piece of furniture. Something small, starting off very basic. Then maybe have your students create like a room and then a house, and then maybe start introducing different things in like Airbnb, right? How much are you going to rent your house out for? Your apartment or whatever, and try to get them thinking, hitting all these sub goals and really kind of thinking about the long-term goal of what they want to do. And in the end, they get to create these 3D modeling objects and also work on business skills. So I think it's really important. Even at kindergarten, I do this. I have my kids fill out an application for, class leader. Why do you want to be a class leader, even at 5 years old? If they just tell me that they want to try it or they're awesome class leader, that's great. I got them filling something out, and we can move on from there. So this is another video. This is showing some evidence actually of students creating an object that helped a real world problem. Again, I would come back and watch this video. It's super short, it's just a couple minutes, but it really shows the engagement of the students and the teachers. And you could look at their faces right now, how super excited they are, thumbs up, that they created this not problem, but they created an answer for the problem. So I think it's super important. So 3D printing has actually shifted towards education. There's a lot of companies out there that will help get a 3D printer into the classroom. It's a lot cheaper. There's also a nonprofit. It's called Create Education Project. You can actually fill out the application and get a 3D printer sent to your classroom for free. So if you're thinking they cost a lot of money, I just gave you an answer to that problem. You can get it for free. You can get it sent. They come preloaded, which is amazing. 3D printers, they come with thousands of things already in the systems, and you could just print it and go from there. And then once you start teaching your students how to design things, and then they could go further. All this company asks for in return is reviews. Write a couple reviews, right? Send some videos, some pictures with the kids. And I feel like we should be able to do that, especially with technology these days. So again, please go to that website, fill it out, try to get a 3D printer. Let me know how it goes. I'm in the process of getting one, and I'm gonna also write those reviews and try to educate everybody else on the program. Some of the resources, I talked about cross-curricular, and I gave some examples here as far as like mathematics and history and biology and different things you could do, also including different subjects into those overall designs of the lessons. I hope you enjoyed my slideshow. Please go back, watch those videos, and thank you. And please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great night.